Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, good morning, wherever you are. Hopefully, it's a wonderful day regardless. Because today we'll be doing another flight stream, so everyone has to be very cheerful. Hopefully, everything's been going fine. I've already said that twice, and I'm pretty sure none of you like to be repeated. So, why don't we start to continue with today's plan? And to start with, as always, if we're doing a flight stream, we'll go straight to our flight plan. Ouch! A little bit loud. Uh, excuse me. So, today's flight plan is, still a lot of words, but just to make it simple, we're going from WMSA to WMKP in a Boeing 721. The rego is a little bit wrong. That's because we haven't changed it in the flight plan. Should have changed it, but you know what? That is fine. We'll be carrying roughly 50,500. What'd you call it? Uh, payload in a way. No, sorry. Zero fuel weight will be 5,500. So that'll be quite a bit. Our brake release weight for today is about 61,000 kilograms, or 61 tons, which is great for this short flight, as you can see over here. On the next bit, it's the amount of fuel we'll be carrying for today. So it's going to take about roughly 38 minutes in the air, about 36 if we're coming back to Kuala Lumpur. So in total, we will have roughly 10,700 kilograms of fuel, or roughly 2 hours and 35 minutes of fuel. Again, today we'll be starting from Subang International. Well, it used to be. It technically is an international airport, so yes, Subang Airport. And we'll definitely keep the music in the background because it's going to be quite a bit of thing to listen. There we go. And connect to the network, because today we'll actually be doing it on VATSIM. Although there will be no whatchamacallit, there isn't actually any ATCs online. So we'll be doing this under Unicom and CTEF procedures. So with that covered, with all that covered, with our routing as well covered, we'll be expected to come to depart from runway 33 using the Subang to departure, and then we'll come in via the Gorvu 1 Foxtrot onto the runway 22 approaches. The runway 22 does not have an ILS, so chances are we will be using the RNAV approach, which is going to be interesting, as it's been so long since I touched an RNAV, apart from every time we have to land into runway 33. But this is a whole different story, because WMKP, I've actually only done RNAV on it twice. Once because I just didn't want to use the ILS, and the second time the wind wasn't actually pushing onto the other side of runway 04. But overall, that is going to be our plan for today. We don't have any ATC clearance. Again, we are under the CTAF procedure, so it does not really matter. Ooh, sorry about that suddenness. I really need a little bit of a drink. Anyways, let's go on to our main game. We've already seen everything that we require. Let's head right ahead. As you can see, I am still using the lovely Fly Live Studios that you can see the stuff at the top of the thingy-mabob. And it's all different now. It's slightly fancier. I just want to try something new. And you can also see the lovely, frames per second on the bottom left. Overall, I really hope it works out well, because it's going to be a very short flight and I don't want anything too bad to happen on it. People in the VOD, I hope you're having a good day too. Because chances are the only people who are watching this are the people on the VOD. And shall we begin? Yes, we shall. Alright. Ignore the Avincia. Now that was the old logo that we want to use before, chances we might get copy striked. Ooh. There's one thing I've forgotten to do on my side, and that is to actually connect my flight gear onto the computer. There we go. I'd forgotten to do that. Oh, interesting. I see something interesting on the thingy-mabob. There we go. I knew something was not right. Why is it so big? Sorry about this, gentlemen. Train! There we go. At least put this in the middle and we should be fine. Or better yet. Voila. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. There we go. Now it looks lovely. Hopefully everything looks fine on the stream too. Or even on the VOD, because that's going to be as professional as we're going to be for today. So, shall we begin? As mentioned, we are currently at Subang. And we can grab every single item to brief on the airport first. So, current QNH is 1009. I know I should be using the METAR. It's only available for the next 15 to 30 minutes. I'll double check again before we depart, but for now we'll choose 1009. So let's get the airport charts and everything ready. While that's happening, let's get the aircraft set it up. Something's not right, is it? Why is it only 19 frames per second? Is there anything in the background that's happening? I can close that off. I can close that off. Hopefully that works well. Anyways, let's begin. Let's make sure everything is here. So before start, before battery on, nav. I'll start from the left side to the top. Oh, good. If you hear a bit of cricketing in the background, ignore that. It's a bit of a cricket issue that I have, unfortunately. We can arm that. That's all off. No smoking. And voila. Down here, everything looks good. It's off. Fire test. Good. Down. Flaps up. Speed brakes up. Throttle idles. Cut off. Parking brake on. And everything else on that side off. Let's go to the flight engineer deck. We got the thingy-bob here. We got everything around here. Lovely. So battery, galley power off for now. Generators all off. External power. We'll get that as soon as we can get things up and running. Oh, I almost forgot. I need FSA to continue. Again, if you don't know what FSA is a thing called Flight Sim Airlines, which is basically virtual airlines with an economy. One thing about VATSIM and virtual airlines, as much as you can have as many fleets, as many aircraft as you want, the reason why I like FS Airlines or anything similar to it is because you can be realistic with how much of a fleet you have, how much you can pressure people with, what kind of incentives uh, the kind of incentives they could get for flying and stuff like that. That's why FS Airlines, in my opinion, is lovely. If you ever are gonna be doing flight simming and you wanna do virtual airlines, FS Airlines is the way to go. And it's about, for 3 months, it's about $9. So yeah, $9. It ain't too bad, in my personal opinion. But who cares about opinion? It's 2023. Anyways. So, as we mentioned earlier, the amount of fuel that we need to carry for today is about 10,700. 10,700 divided by 3, because we want to divide it with our, between 3 of our tanks. Divide it by 3, which is about 3,566 kilograms per tank. Although the main idea is to always finish up the middle tank first before using the wingtip tanks, or the wing tanks, I think that's actually a good idea. We might actually do that today, if I can find the numbers again. Where is it? Yeah, 10,700. So middle tank can roughly do about 13. We can fill up the main left and main right first, which 4,700 times 2 is 9,400. 9,400. Let's call it 1,100, just to be safe. We'll have 1,600 in the middle tank, and 4,700 on the left and right. Beautiful. Now we gotta figure out how to put that in gallons. Alright. Oh no, I can do it in metric now, which is lovely. So middle tank has to go down. Unfortunately, we can only click. It's annoying. Oh, and today we'll be using the FMS system instead, as I am really not into flying the Siva today. Siva, correction, 1,600, and then 4,700 on each tank. That's lit now. But as mentioned, we'll be just doing things normally from the FMS. I've already also put the file into the folder, so we don't have to type down the Atimu onto the airways, figure out the number. Believe Yankee 506 straight to Tepus. And we won't have co-pilot call out because I want to do this in a very, very serious manner. In a way, I say that I have to be very, very careful. Ain't that fun? I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Oh no, we're roughly a few more fuel weights under. Where is it? It's 555. There we go. It's 5,500 that we want. Always have a lot more people in first class. And voila. This is our flight config for today with an MAC of 20.2. Beautiful. Alright, we've dealt with that. Let's get ourselves a GPU. Alright, confirm everything electronic required is out. Confirmed. And we can get going. Batteries on. external power on, essential onto the external, and voila. We don't have to do the IRS for today, luckily, because we're using the XP11's FMC system, or FMS system, which makes it lovelier. I hope the airplane isn't too loud, but you know what? We'll see how it goes. And we'll fly. There we go. Perfecto. Now we're good for everything, and we can start to test all our systems. I know you're not supposed to test everything, but there's a test light button again. It's been a while since I've flown this thing, Bob, so excuse my rudeness on the lack of preparation. Yeah, let's go, take a look. Overhead test and power on test. Well, we need the power on, obviously. Chances are we need the engines to be on for that to happen first. I forgot, and the bleed air is what helps with the atom. So we'll take a look once we're taxiing. And my favorite bit. Gentlemen, it's lunchtime. Alright, let's get the aircraft to the, what do you call it? Readiness before we do our briefings. And to confirm, we've already got our, what do you call it? Lovely little GPU, so we don't really need to worry about power. All we need to worry about is our departure time, which was meant to be in the next 3 minutes, but I've actually delayed it to another 10 minutes due to a slight issue at the beginning with the overlay being horrific. But with that being said, today we'll be departing up to 2000 up to flight level 240. So let's just get everything done and dusted first before we do that. Confirm that. And what we want to do is actually speak onto 1228. Considering there is no tower for today. And we're on 1200. Watch this now. Now let's take a look around. You want ground interconnect to be on so we can chit chat with the ground when required. Not required. That is required later on. But 100% will forget about it, so that's why I put it down now. For flight level 240, we need, there you are, 1,000 feet. Perfecto. And everything here looks good. And reset. Beautiful. And let's get our briefings done and done with, especially since we don't have the clearance yet. So as mentioned, what we'll require for today is the airport info. We'll also need the Subang 330 departure. We don't have any SIDS for today. And anything else? No, the rest will be once we pass Tapus, or before reaching Tapus on the Yankee 506. we'll turn these off because I don't like them, and for people who don't like the brightness, we'll turn that on. There we go. So this is a Jeppesen chart for Subang Airport grounds movement dated 30th April 2021, chart 10-98. Frequencies are all familiarized. The airport elevation is 90 feet. The lovely location that we're at currently is at the main apron at Terminal 3. So chances are, because we're going to have runway 33 active today, we'll be coming out onto Papat, then on Papa, left on Tango, onto Oscar or Tango, depending on the traffic situation, and then we'll be holding at holding point Alpha 33. Passing Alpha 33, we'll be going on to the Jeppesen chart 10-3 of Malaysia Subang SID, dated 25th November 2022. Transition altitude for this airport will be 11,000 feet, and will turn before DER. Turn before DER is not allowed. Assigned heading and level, if applicable, will be issued with takeoff clearance. So we'll most likely be taking the Subang 330 because we'll be departing onto 330. Then we'll continue with the rest. Once we depart 33, we'll continue until 2,000 feet, and then we can start following an assigned heading, which at this point we'll say it will be the direct to our first waypoint at Timu. So with that being said, the MSA of today's airport is 2,000. Well, no, it's not 2,000, is it? Oh wait, no, yeah, it is 2,300. The MSA of this airport within 10 nautical miles is 2,300. Meanwhile, on the northeast to southeast, from north to southeast, there'll be a bit of a issue where, what'd you call it? We have to be at or above 3,200 feet and at or above 5,500 feet. The lowest we can go around is 2,300 on the southwestern side. So if we suffer any issues such as an engine failure, cabin decompression, or anything that limits our altitude, we will be heading south and west of the airfield. We'll be heading, 270. Another thing to take a look at is MSA Airport on northeast. Further northeast, over 10 nautical miles, will be 7,700. So we should totally avoid north to the east at the very least. Ooh, effective 1st of December. Oh my god, it's bright. Hello, Sushi. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. I'm just getting ready for the flight. Now, regarding the weather for today, it seems to be decent. Oh my god. Okay, it's not too decent. But, will be a little bit bumpy with a chance of hitting into clouds as there is a cumulonimbus around the area. Although, well, sorry, no, that's not cumulonimbus. It's few at 1,700 feet. Temperature is 32, dew is 24, so no fog risk. And winds will be coming, as we depart, winds will be coming from our standby. It will be coming from our right side of the aircraft at 7 knots. Let's double check with that. We'll be departing runway 33. Winds will be coming from 250, so it's coming in from our left. Departure, we'll have to put our yoke to the left as we depart, slowly raising our speed. We'll move shit back to the middle. Today I'll be flying on the right seat. It has been a while, so I have to get used to this, and it has been a while since we've flown the 727. Any question? Alrighty, Sushi, happy lurking. No question at all. CTOW plus. C2 plus has been completed. Briefing. Alright, galley power on. Alright, whenever we're ready, we can double check that there's no traffic. There's no other ATCs in the area. So we can be under CTAF procedures. Oh, the other thing is CTAF procedures. Lovely. Okay. 1009er. And last but not least, let's get our computer sorted out. So, today will be WMSA to WMKP. There you are. Avincia 5 via Atimu. VNAV. No departure, no sit, but runway is available. Legs will be climbing at 240 stroke 1100. And transition altitude for today, as mentioned earlier. God dang it, as mentioned earlier, 11,000 feet. Cruise and no descent. Legs, departure, everything looks good. Only 2 items. So departure on 33. We'll put the heading bug there too. What was the numbers for our departure? We'll be departing with flaps 15 today. So we'll have 123. 135 plus 15 is 150. And we'll keep this bug over here as a precaution. We'll be departing. We'll be climbing at 230 knots. Just in case. 123. 150. And we'll keep this at 210 and 230 confirmed. This also goes here. And voila, we're ready to get going. Let's have the system check on our ground proximity.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Enough. Airspeed low.
Airspeed low.
Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Glide slow. Bank angle. Bank angle. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10. 500.
Lovely jubbly. Actually, because we're going this way, we might as well push the chat onto the right side. Should have done that earlier. Nope, that's gonna... you know what, we'll keep it on the left side. Fuck it. No, I didn't want to close OBS. There we go. Alright. And... why cannot I choose PA? Oh, there you are. Alright, there's gonna be my worst voice for this stupid freaking thingamabob. Oh wait, I don't have... Oh no, do I not have the briefing? I don't have the briefing, I'll just do my own then. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard to today's flight. I'm your co-pilot for today. I'm Captain Sean. We'll be flying from Subang to Penang. This flight will take roughly 1 hour and we'll be climbing to 24,000 feet. The weather on the way out today will be slightly rough, but we should be fine passing 10,000 feet. Today there will be a little bit of cabin service, so please enjoy that, and I really do hope everyone enjoys today's flight. On behalf of the captain, the flight crew, and the headquarters, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Avincia as your airline carrier for today. And PA off. Alright, let's get our thingamabob ready. 122. Testing. Perfect. Everything works, and let's get going. Step. Oh, wrong one. Jesus, that's all the way down. We need 6. Alright, let's get the aircraft up and running. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice. Nice. And nice. What did I do? Change that. Okay. And let's turn on the beacon. Copy to ground, request to pressurize hydraulics. Clear to pressurize hydraulics. And copy to ground, caution, we'll be turning on the, cabin, copy to ground. Can we turn on that? Make sure no one's by the APU. We'll be turning it on now. We'll be starting it now. On, and start. 2, 3. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, selamat datang ke Avincia Airlines penerbangan 5 ke... I can never do it in Malay. I wish I could, but I'm not that good. That sim map. Start and generator on, we can get rid of our external power. Moving this to the APU. Beautiful. And we can also get a pushback.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Anywhere that's not pointing to the building, please.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
And where the radar is confirmed to be off, we don't want to have anyone lose their children due to a bit of a X-ray issue with the radar. With the with the thingamabob on, APU on, we can turn on both heaters, probe heaters. Cabin crew, please prepare cabin for pushback.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
go. Much better.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And confirmed everything is good. Hydraulic pressurized. No valve required to be in transit. And cabin doors closed. Let's begin pushback.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Starting engines, beacons confirm on. Engine 3 begin. Engine 3 start. Ground. N219. Engine on. Fuel cut. Fuel idle. Fuel 3 idle. It's been a while. I haven't been using too much of the terms lately, so unfortunately I can't remember too much of what's happening. Plus 50, pressurize. Start 1. $19. 1 fuel on, idle. Close onto 1. And engine 2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Ground. And engine 2 start.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oh my god. And we're done with that. When we can close that, and as well as that. Let's make sure our bleeds are all corrected. They're all good, and we can close that for now. As well as make sure trip
And
off.
bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the
Turn
left.
these two
Anytime.
on.
Have a safe flight.
Let's make sure that the person has our bypass pin. Because the last thing we want is to make sure that we don't have it. Interesting. That's because we didn't set it there. There we go. And confirm bypass pin is taken out. Alright, before we start taxiing, just double checking. No traffic around the area is causing any issues. None at all. Very clear to taxi technically. Taxi. And Subang traffic, Avincia 5 Boeing 727 on main apron will be taxiing runway 33 via November Tango, holding point Alpha 33, Subang traffic. And let's get going. Let's make sure we also have the volume. Good, just to make sure. And let's test. Let's go. Let's test our brakes. Testing my brakes. Brake test checked. You have control and test your brakes, please. Well, it's only me flying, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Alright, let's get moving. We'll be coming out from... We can't really come out from November, we have to come out from Papa. Because there might be traffic coming from November, so we might as well take out from Papa. Just to make sure I have enough space between me and my... between the controls and the mic. Last thing we want is to get a locked up control due to the mic being an asshole. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. And we are good to start taxiing down the taxiway. Clear left, clear right, no traffic. Clear behind, no traffic. We'll continue right and left straight onto the runway. You confirm my report on the taxi lights. Good. There we go. Ooh, there's a kappa there. Nice. As we're taxiing down, let's have a slight chit chat because we might need to, what do you call it, wonder about what's gonna happen next. Because there's really pretty much nothing that's gonna be happening until we land. Well, in theory, anyways. Of anything, let's just start writing up our lights. It is about to turn nighttime as well. And we can put our flaps down to flaps 15. So, control check. And we've already tested our rudders as we turned earlier. Control full and free. We can turn on our weather radar. 122.8. Can now also test our thingamabobs. Well, that's good enough for me. It's not like we're going. Luckily, today's use we are not required to be using from here to flight level 240, so it's all good. And no lights around, so that's always a good sign. Apart from those four, which everything else works. Seems like we're going downhill, so we'll apply a slight bit of brake, especially since we're already on idle. Cabin crew, please prepare cabin for takeoff. And we've got our transponder on 1200. Last check. We are Avincia 5, cleared for Subang 330 departure. Climb flight level 240 and squawk 1200. QNH 1009. Briefings reviewed and complete. Alright, let's get started. Then it'll be a lovely sterile cockpit till we reach 10,000 feet. And we'll turn this to flight mode, and we can get going immediately. Once going for the WMKP RNAV 32 left arrival. Subang traffic. And I might as well just type this one down. Subang traffic. Avincia 5, Boeing 727 entering rolling 33 on Subang 330 departure. Was it? That's. Yep. Sub 33 departure. Cabin crew, please be seated for takeoff. Give them a few seconds, and lights on. Confirm, final check before takeoff checklist. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobe lights on, all lights not really that necessary. We usually do zoom flip, but it's the other one today. We've got the bleeds on, the thing onto flight mode, and we can get going. Rolling 33. Runway 33 and 1228 confirmed. Welcome aboard to the other viewer. We're just about to depart. 3-3 confirmed. Left, right, no traffic. And 222. On runway 33 confirmed visually. Alright, let's get going. N2, 40, stabilized. Toga. Time now. A knots cross-checked, airspeed alive. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up. On 500. We'll do acceleration altitude at 2,000 feet due to mountainous areas. And acceleration altitude. Above 180. Flaps 5. And we can start turning onto a Timo as well. 200. Flaps up. And set on climb. And we'll continue climb, gears onto off. And we can turn on the autopilot. Autopilot engage on IAS hold. And nav lock. VOR lock green, GPS green. And we'll continue to climb. Whoops. There we go. Airspeed. There we go. Maltese and P's are still good. Ten 10,000 feet. And sterile cockpit is no longer an item. And normal ops. That's what I should say. As well as transition altitude. Transition altitude. 29922 or 1013. 101. Come on. 1013, 1013, and 1013 cross-checked, and they're all within limits of each other. And we can also increase our airspeed for our climb. as well as turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. So seatbelt signs off, lights off, pilot mode set and checked, and pressurization normal. So after takeoff checklist as well, flaps up, gears up on climb, and after takeoff as well as 10,000 and transition checked. Not let's now. Okay. We can also get ready for our arrival. Jesus, ow, stab. So, as we mentioned, we'll be expecting to come in via the Gorvu 1 Foxtrot onto the RNAV of 22. I'm not going to use a VDM because I don't want to today. I would usually do it if I'm not too sleepy. Can get rid of these. And let's get Penang up. So weather at Penang seems to be nothing as bad as in Kuala Lumpur. They're both the same. Winds are more favorable for us as it's just down the runway at 8 knots. Possible visibility issue at 9,000 meters, which is alright. That's not too bad. QNH 1009. We'll check again before arrival. Hello, the other viewer. Welcome aboard. So, first things first, we'll have the arrival ready as always. We'll be coming in via Gorvu 1 Foxtrot. Once we're done with Gorvu 1 Foxtrot, we'll be either choosing the RNP-22, Yankee, or Zulu. This aircraft is capable with the RNP, luckily. Hopefully, once again, hopefully everyone's having a wonderful time. Right now, I'm just getting ready for the arrival. All the charts for the arrival, because we'd rather be briefed than be stupid. Always turn this off. Give yourself a challenge. You don't want to know where you're at unless you really need to. And one last item, we also need to look at the parking bays. Current altitude, flight level 200, we're cleared to climb to flight level 240. So we're very close, and once we're about 1,000 feet, we'll start thinking about our leveling off. So Yankee gives us the option, and Zulu gives us a further option from Orvis, Afgat, and Nusto. Only capable for Charlie and Delta aircrafts. This is capable for everything up to Delta. I think it's easier for us to use the RNP Yankee then. Which one is better in terms of MDA? I mean, Zulu is better, but I think Yankee is a little bit better in terms of 1,000 to go. In terms of everything else. And then we can just say we'll come from Nusto. Perfect. Yep. And 200 feet to go. Let's put ourselves on that thingamabob. Legs. We'll cancel Tepus. We'll put Gorvu immediately. And then Nusto is already implemented and confirmed, and go. We are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do another brief, the arrival briefing, once we're about 20 miles from Tepus. Right now we also have to figure out what altitude we have to be once we reach our top of descent. We have to calculate where our top of descent is. So if we're coming in from Gorvu, the first item is we can't be under 9,000 feet. We can't be under 7,000 feet. And this one we can't be under 3,500 and then 2,500. So realistically, we can go all the way to 2,500 if we require. No, we can't. We have to maintain up to Nusto. No, we can. Passing Nusto will still be way above 3,500. Yeah. Altitude. Altitude. Caution. Oh, I forgot to put the altitude arm. It's been a while. Alt select has been what'd you call it? Armed. Alt select green. Slight fuck up, but we managed to catch it in time and still within the limits. So currently we're at flight level 240, meaning that we have to descend all the way to 2,500 and there's no maximum limitation. So what we can do is simply just grab the lovely calculator. Or we can do a head match. 240 minus 25. Sorry, 2. Or 24 minus 2.5, which is 21.5. Divide that by 3. That's no, times that by 3. Sorry, 21.5 times 3. 63, 64.5. Plus 95 nautical miles for buffer zone. That would be 70. Well, 69 practically. So we'll call it a 17 nautical miles. Once we reach 17 nautical miles from Igben, we'll start descending. So how far is it? So what would that be? 70 miles from Igben. Igben, Nusto to Igben is 7 nautical miles. And from Lipnu to Nusto is 19. So 26. 39. Ah, we already passed Tepus. Fuck. 39. 40. 60. 70 minus 60. So about 10 nautical miles from Gorvu. That's when we need to start descending. 10 nautical miles to Gorvu. Alright, sounds good. So with that being said, we can start doing our lovely arrival briefings. Also, cabin crew. Ding dong, fuck it. No, we can't do that in the fucking game. What am I doing? Ground crew. Hey there. We'll be starting our descent in the next about 15 minutes-ish, so do prepare the cabin. Thank you, I'll see you later. So, this is... so, are you ready, Captain? Are you ready for the arrival briefing? Thank you. So, this is the Penang, Malaysia chart from Jefferson's, dated 25th June 2021. Chart 10-2G for Penang International. RNAV star. Today's star will be taking the Gorvu 1 Foxtrot. Frequency is all familiarized. Airport elevation is 10 feet. From Gorvu, we'll be going from Gorvu to Kambu, to Lipnu, to Nusto, and Igpan. And then we'll continue on to our nav. Regarding this area, the MSA for the area is 3,000 to the south and southwest, 4,300 on the northwest, north to northeast is 5,500, and east is 4,300. As we're coming in from the northeast. We'll try and maintain the, if anything happens, we'll try to climb up to 5,500 immediately, and then we'll continue southwest so we can maintain roughly 3,000 feet or low, at 3,000 feet. And that is if we have any altitude restrictions due to malfunctions. But that's in the event of that. Once we reach Nastu, we'll be going straight for the RNP Yankee Runway 22. This is the RNP Yankee Runway 22 for Penang International Airport, Penang, Malaysia. Chart 12-2, dated 16 September 2022. Frequency ZATE is 1264. Butterworth radar on 125.925, Penang Tower on 121.1, ground on 121.6, and it's an RNAV. Let's set the radio alt minimas first. It'll be, I believe, 820 for the thingamabob, so that's about 820. And there you are. God dang it. There we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. 820. Gorvu, we've got 29 miles left before we start descending to 2,500. So, alright, with that being said, GNSS required, which we do have. Transition level for this airport is flight level 130. And our minimums for today is 820 feet for 4,280 meters of visibility. In the event of a missed approach, we'll be climbing to track 222 to its 5,000 feet. On passing 2,000, we'll turn right direct to Adlun and holding pattern, or as directed by ATC. Considering we don't have any ATCs, this should be fine. The RNAV is not required too much of an ILS frequency, so this should be fine. We've got everything corrected anyways. Once we're on the ground, we'll be hoping to be taxiing out onto Bravo and then straight onto the apron. If not, we'll try to get onto Delta or Charlie. White body aircraft landing on runway not required. Wait, what? Are required landing on 04, not applicable to us. We'll turn right onto Bravo, and then we'll go onto the gates. We are given gate Alpha 2 for today. So we'll be on Bravo, then Golf, and then left on Kilo. Any questions? Weather today is decent. It's as similar as Kuala Lumpur, so it should be fine. We've already talked about terrain. Operational wise, this is the RNAV approach. I haven't done it in a while, so we'll try to keep ahead of the aircraft for today. And last but not least, is it 10 or is that 9? Or is that 7? Nah, 17. And last but not least, plus any other operational anything? Nope, briefing's completed. Alright, the briefing has been done. Slightly longer than usual, but kinda what we're expecting for today. So we'll be landing with flaps 30, VREF at 123. We'll put it slightly lower. No, slightly higher. I'll talk to the passengers regarding it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally approaching into Penang. We will be on the ground in the next 20 to 25 minutes. The weather at Penang is still pretty decent. There is no rain reported, so once we land, it should be dry. It should be dry, yeah, there we go. The temperature today is slightly warm, similar to Kuala Lumpur, and the time difference is also similar to Kuala Lumpur. Anyways, once again, on behalf of the cockpit crew, the cabin crew, and the airline headquarters, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Avincia as your airline carrier for today. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for arrival. And we off. A little bit late, but we're fine. And we can do that. We can also put it down to 11,000 feet first. We can start descending. This aircraft is LNAV and VNAV capable, so that should be fine. No, it's not VNAV capable, is it? Oh my god, I forgot about that. This aircraft is not VNAV capable, so we can't really use the LNAV VNAV. Slight alteration on the briefing, the barometer, correction, the radio, the minimas for today is 920, and for our sake it is 4,400 visibility, which is fine. Any other questions? Nope. And let's continue. Alright, let's report our thingamabob onto the traffic. Alright, what's the information that we have? We're a V-Center 5, a Boeing 727 onto the Gorvu 1 Foxtrot. Arrival RNP, continuing onto RNP Yankee runway 22. Estimated time at the RNP, well, we're descending at 2,000 feet per minute, so roughly in 10 minutes, so 20-ish. Alright. So Penang traffic. Alright, there we go. And we're flight level 196, descending 2,500. Got it. Penang traffic, Avincia 5, Boeing 727, on the Gorvu 1 Foxtrot, arrival, continuing on to RNP Yankee runway 22, flight level 190, descending to 2,500. Expected time on final 20, Penang traffic. Alright. So, sorry if we haven't actually talked too much today. I thought there would be more items that we can talk about. Unfortunately, there really isn't, considering it's a short flight, as well as I don't really want to do a long flight today. So that's kind of one of the reasons why we're just cruising along with minor details. Once again, I hope people over by the VOD or the streamers or the people watching the stream, you're all having a wonderful day. Because it is a lovely day today here in Malaysia and Australia. Yeah, it's a really good day. Nothing too hefty, nothing too sadistic, nothing too crazy. Nice day to just fly around. It is pretty cold though over in Australia. Scientists feel the autumn rolling in, or spring, whichever. And from what I've heard, there was a story. Well, there is one story that I can talk about, which is the thing that Jetstar did to be the first people to fly from Bangkok to Alice Springs with a Boeing 787, which is an interesting story because they are not fit for the Boeing 787 is not fit for the, what do you call it, Alice Springs Airport. So there was a lot of issues with the logisticness about trying to get people down. There was no customs, so people from Bangkok was having a tough time trying to get through the customs, and they did not have the thing to get baggages out. So it was a very big mess. At the end of the day, Jetstar, they apologized. They brought in 2 A320s over to Alice Springs and carried them out. Lovely kind of story to show how people can still fuck up in the aviation world today. Sorry, not people, but airlines somehow. Jetstar, love you, but please don't ever do that to me when I'm on your flight. Last thing I want is to be in an airport dying out from no air conditioning, apparently. But you know what? Everything should be fine from now on, since they learned their lesson. Anyways, also like armed. And approaching transition level. And to confirm whether it is still 1009. Transition level 1009. 1009. 1009. And we can start slowing down because we don't want to fly above 250. What do you call it? Under 10,000 feet. Winds are still on our favor. Temperature at 30 degrees Celsius. And it's warm as fuck. Jebus. At least it's... I can't defend anything from that, unfortunately. I don't like the warm, I prefer the cold. Cold is lovely. And we can confirm we are under 250. So we can descend to 2,500. And because we're on our nav, we don't have to switch to nav mode. It's a very quiet day. I mean, it's a Wednesday, so I highly doubt many people are coming out today. And we can put onto flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. Yes, we were under 245, which is good. Ignore that sound, I'm just trying to put the engines to idle so we don't have we don't make the aircraft push too far. So we're at 11,000 feet and we want to be at Igben in... that's not good. We'll have a little bit more of speed brake. We'll probably need it. No, we definitely need it. Because we need to be at 2,500 in the next 12 nautical miles. And realistically, what do you call it? 2,500, 10,000. We still need 7.5 times that by 3. We should have had 21 nautical miles. So we are slightly high compared to what we need to be, and that should be fine for now. Let's slow down airspeed to 200 knots. And let's get We are under 10,000 feet, so lights on. So at KP601 we have to be at 2,500. And then we'll be fine. This will be a simple landing. Flaps 200, flaps, Jebus. Speed 200, flaps 5, speed check, flaps 5. That's a beautiful view, must say. The perks of being a pilot, you get a lovely office window. Alright, speed brakes up. As we're approaching 3,500. And airspeed 180. We'll use a little bit more speed brakes. Speed brakes up. 1,000 to go. Turning for final. Alt green. Airspeed. And 15. I'll be sitting on the left seat for today because I need the CDI. I can't get to switch to the right CDI, unfortunately. Airspeed. And approaching Kilo Papa 601. Flaps 15. Speed check. Cabin crew, please be safe for landing. Alright, we got the altitude to runway 22 and the... what'd you call it? Anyway, gear down. Speed check. Gear down, 3 greens. Speed check. Flaps 20. Runway is in sight, so we don't really need the RNAV. But I'll just maintain it for the sake. Airspeed, caution airspeed. Slightly low. Thousand feet, about 5 nautical miles. We're 500 feet low. Under glide slope, considered maintaining altitude. Caution airspeed. Airspeed. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, we got the glide path. Flaps 25. 2 whites, 2 reds.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilize, miss approach altitude 2,000, correction. 5,300 sat.
Glide slow.
Glide slope, we are a bit low, maintain. Flaps 30,
Glide slow. Glide.
Approaching 2-2.
2-2 confirmed, continuing.
$500.
500 above. Our minimum is already passed, we're continuing.
400. 300.
Jesus, this is really horrific.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Jesus Christ. Float, bounce, bounce, bounce. Ah, that's not good. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Gonna have to take a look at that and that thing later. I swear the VREF says for us to be at 120. Something was wrong. Not required for today. We'll just continue taxiing then into Bravo.
Feet remaining.
Hey, what happened to FSA? Oh, don't tell me it crashed. God dang it. And we can start turning right. Well, the passengers are not gonna like that one, that's for sure. Unfortunately. But what can we do? We've landed properly, we've landed everything, we did everything properly, but it's fine. Still in one piece, better than dead. And strobes off, logo still on, we'll turn taxi on. Start up the APU, please. Can turn this back to ground mode. We want to be on Alpha 2. Perfect. And just to make sure everything goes well, that is still on. And we can put this onto APU. And voila, ladies and gentlemen, we actually did arrive safely. But we did land a little bit hard because I am being a twit, unfortunately. Either way, hopefully everyone's had a good time with that. Lovely flight, but you know, I had fun. Hopefully you did too. Maybe we can see each other later, because after this I'm actually going to jump onto Mafia 2 so we can continue with that. And begin from where we last left it. Hard landing, what should I comment on this? We had hard landings due to lack of flying. There we go. Next, definitely hard landing. Anyways, yeah, this aircraft is already ready to shut down, do the other way around, and all that jazz. So again, I'd like to say thank you for following me all the way here. Yep, oops, almost forgot to do that. Let's just disable pilot XP, X-pilot, I meant. And let's take a look at how the landing went. I know, we all know it was rough, but I want to see why it was rough. Uh-oh, there we go. I guess it's rough because I was flying it. Fair enough. Wait, was I putting it on flaps 30? Yeah, it was on flaps 30. I mean, from here on out, it looked fine. I guess I flared a little too late. Jesus Christ. That was not fun. That is definitely one of the most hardest landing I've done in a very, very, very long time. Cha-cha. Whee. Lovely airplane, isn't it? Well, I love this livery. One of the main reasons why I chose to fly for this airliner. Oh my god. Oh, it was not enough flare, was it? But, Jebus Lorenzo. Alright, one more time.
Flight slow. Flight
I want to see the airspeed this time.
Flight slow. Flight. 1,000 minimums. Flight slow.
We did go somewhere around 130, but at one point I saw that I had the trim being stuck. More of like it's already reached at the end of the trim. So that's why I was a bit afraid of going any slower. Regardless, we got through this.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Boom. Fucking hell. Ah. Second rebound wasn't as good either, unfortunately. But you know what? Once again, we like to say thank you for watching. Please do please do whatever you want to do with the buttons or subscribe. I don't give a toss. But once again, thank you for watching. If you are watching, if you're not, if you're watching on the VOD, I hope you liked it. It's gonna be a very long video. I believe it's about 1.5 hours plus or minus. And I'll see you all next time. I believe that's the phrase that a lot of people use. And bye-bye.